Good morning, guys. This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. It's actually crazy how many people are coming forward and on all from all places of profession, of all skin colors, if that's the way we want to play it. And we really need to have a serious conversation about how much damage has been done. I want to say the United States, but this is globally because these people are fucking everywhere. And I truly do feel in my heart of hearts, it's our fault that they got this bad. Because I've said it again and I say it time and time again. Before the internet, for humanity, the internet was humanity's greatest creation, but also its biggest downfall. Because when we had crazy people in a village back in the day, we put them up somewhere and we kept a watchful eye on them. We didn't let the crazies gather around together, thrive, and fester. And that's what's happening here. When we're finding all of these videos of people celebrating the deaths of a man who was viciously taken away from this world, taken away from his family, it's insane. And these are the people preaching peace. These are the people who will sit there and turn around and talk about this is why we need gun control, and then show a picture of a man bleeding the fuck out completely. They're sick individuals out here, and this shit is only going to stop when we start putting boots to asses and we hold these people accountable. But it should go across the entire spectrum. Don't just fucking do what the right typically does. Not the fucking extremists. Fuck the extremists. We're not talking about the weirdos. We're talking about the right where they get ahead, they got the boot, but they don't want to put it on the ass, right? They just sit there and they meanwhile the left is over here doing big boot drop kicks, missile drop kicks, they're violating, and the right will just sit there and be like, we need to be the bigger person. I'm not sitting here saying go to their fucking levels. All I'm sitting here saying is put them back to the Stone Age. These fucking lefties, professors, all of this shit, it needs to stop. Anyway, meet Serena Luciano. She's here on a student visa from Argentina. She currently works as a college recruiter for the University of Illinois College and architecture. I don't know why I'm fucking that up because I wanted to be an architect when I was a kid. Design and the arts, where she is also pursuing her master's in urban higher education. There it is. There it is. The white. Maybe I'm bugging here. If I'm bugging, let me know if I'm bugging. But I'm gonna just sit here and throw this out there because whenever I see some bullshit where it's always you should be ashamed about what's happening to blacks and this that, and third, it's always some fucking bleeding heart lefty who wants to speak for fucking black people. When black people are like, nah, fuck all that other shit that this fucking white person's talking about. We want order. They don't listen to that voice. In fact, they're the ones who will sit there and tell a black person you're a traitor to your race. A white person will sit there, and we've had videos of this. Remember during COVID, when you had that nurse who sat there? I don't know if she was black exactly. I think she was like Caribbean, but they would consider her black, and she was basically talking about how she was talking about basically the benefits of ivermectin and all of that shit. And you had some white person, oh, you don't think COVID is real? You're more, what is it? You're a traitor to your race. Or we had another thing happen in New York City where a trans person was going after a black woman. I think she was black, and basically was sitting there and trying to harass this black woman and make her not record this trans person spazzing the fuck out on this black person. To which, and if you know the video, it's a fucking white dude. When you finally see the video of the person, it's a fucking white dude, balding, lipstick, talking about this is the reason why we go through what we go through, and you should know because your people go through that. What is it? Blacks loved me because, and it's like, no black fucking person loves you. What the fuck are you? Unless you talk about the wokies. But just like how there's black wokies, you got your white wokies. Anyway, her words, Charlie Kirk can rest in fucking piss. It's hot as fuck where that man currently is, and it's deserved. Just came on here to say Charlie Kirk can rest in fucking piss. And yet again, if you have any empathy at all for people like this, you can go ahead and remove yourself as my friend. I do not give a fuck about the death of a person who devoted his entire life spreading racist, lie, xenophobic, lie, misogynistic, As much as it's funny to say base, because yeah, that's kind of the joke with my channel. You know, I'm your favorite friendly neighborhood misogynist. Also, still a lie. Rhetoric, it's hot as fuck where that man currently is, and it's deserved. Now, I seen this comment less than an hour ago. I literally just woke up and I said, remove any college credentials and then remove her from the country. Simple. Right? That's it. Simple. But then we got a good ending, guys. We got a good ending. Right? She's being deported. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. You got your individuals out there that will try to sit there and spin this as, you know, there's actual people who are mad that Charlie Kirk died on the extreme other side because they want a race war. So because Charlie Kirk died, they feel like as though the flames for a race war is now that people are distracted from it. Again, my final wording on this, every group has fucking problems. Stop pretending your race is superior to others when we can play the per capita game, because that's what you guys love to do. If all blacks hated whites, you would see all blacks coming out in celebration of this. It would be a lot more than the whites that we see who are mentally deranged, the radical whites, all in celebration about this. For every black person who you can tell they're fucking wokies for the most part, or they're just fucking idiots, and yes, they exist. They're shit-stained black people. There are shit-stained white people out there. And for Charlie Kirk's death, there's way more of them out there. They're in professions of the military. They're in schools. They're in the health field. They're doctors, scientists, engineers, and they're all fucking warped in the head. This is not a race issue. But if you want to solve all of these fucking problems, you bring back order. Now, I know that's going to be hard because you surrendered a lot of these cities to these fucking leftists. But whenever there's order brought to a city where leftists has dominated it for years, like DC, what do we see? Anyway, that's the video. Glad. Go back to fucking Argentina and stay there, fucking witch. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.